Hello everyone, I Syed Nawaz. I welcome back you to my YouTube channel Petroleum Universe. So in today's video we are going to see the last part of eigenvalues and eigenvectors, which is nothing but Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So let us see what it is. So Cayley-Hamilton theorem, it is so without writing any kind of theorem and letting it to prove, I'm just telling you that whatever is useful for gate purpose. Okay. So Cayley-Hamilton theorem is actually used to find out the inverse of a matrix, right? Like what I wrote here in the first point. Like it is an alternative method for finding the inverse of a matrix, and it is also used for finding out the higher power of a matrix. Like for suppose if you have a matrix A which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and he is asking you to find out A power 5, then by using Cayley-Hamilton theorem you can find out that very easily. So let us see an example for inverse determination. Like I said you an example, A equal to 1, 3, 4, 2. So first you have to see what's the procedure to find the inverse of a matrix by using Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Okay, so the characteristic equation of this matrix will be A minus lambda I determinant is equal to 0. So I'm using the same procedure what we have used before to find out the eigenvalues. So it is nothing but A into D minus B into C. So it is 1 minus lambda into 2 minus lambda into minus of 4 into 3 is equals to 0. So after that, by simplifying the equation, I finally got this value. Okay. So after this, if you solve this particular equation like this. So this is a method used to find out the eigenvalues. But from this equation, if you apply a Cayley-Hamilton theorem, then you may get this lambda square minus 3 lambda minus 10 in this form, which is nothing but A square minus 3A minus 10I is equals to 0. Okay. So where over here nothing is written like I or A or something else, but you need to know that if a matrix is identity matrix is a matrix, if we are multiplying that particular matrix with any number or any other thing, then that identity matrix will remain that matrix only. Means if you are multiplying identity matrix with A, then it will remain A matrix only. Okay. So in order to find A inverse, first what you have to do, you have to write this equation in the form that it should be at equating condition with I. So here I have just shifted every other element apart from I to the right hand side, then it becomes minus I equal to 3A minus A square divided by 10. Then once I simplify this, I got the value as I equal to A square minus 3A divided by 10. Okay. So as you might have know the property that is identity matrix into A inverse or identity matrix into any matrix is equal to that any matrix, right? What I just even said before. So what I'm doing is I'm just multiplying this identity matrix with A inverse. Obviously if I'm multiplying here, then I have to multiply on both the sides. Then it will be like I into A inverse is equal to 1 by 10 into A inverse whole into A square minus 3A. Okay. So this total will become I into A inverse will become an A inverse, right? So that only we are finding A inverse, which is equals to 1 by 10. So this particular, when the bases are same, power should be added, then A power minus 1 into A square, which gives you an A. And you know the property that if two matrices have same order, means if they are compatible to each other in terms of multiplication, then A into A inverse, then that matrix into that inverse of that matrix will give you an identity matrix. Okay. So this is the final equation for finding an A inverse. So A inverse is equal to 1 by 10 into A minus 3I. So after this you just need to substitute the values that what I just did over here, which is nothing but A equal to 1 by 10 into 1, 3, 4, 2 minus 3 into identity matrix, right? So after this I'm just simplifying, like 1 minus 3 into 1 is 3. 3 is an scalar multiple of identity matrix. and after simplifying I got the answer as A inverse is equals to 1 by 10, a matrix of -2, 3, 4 and -1, right? So I hope you got how to find an A inverse by using Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Although in GATE Petroleum Engineering from Cayley-Hamilton theorem they have not asked any question yet, but there are some chances that they may ask in this year one question from Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So because of that reason only I am just including this topic for these videos, where I am just telling you how to what to prepare for GATE. So now let us let us see how we can find the highest power of a matrix, right? So even this, let us see by a quick example. Let A equal to the same matrix that I am using over here, 1, 3, 4 and 2. Express A power 5 as a linear polynomial in A. So from the above problem, A minus lambda I, so this is the point from where you have to find out the Cayley-Hamilton theorem and its highest power, means A inverse and A power 5. You can find it out from this particular point. So once I got once I simplified this particular matrix in A minus lambda I determinant is equals to 0 in characteristic equation, so I got this particular equation. Then by Cayley-Hamilton theorem I have just converted this particular equation in terms of matrix, like A square minus 3A minus 10I is equals to 0. Then after this I have to find A power 5. Okay, so I am just equating this equation in such a way that left hand side I should be remain with the highest power of matrix. Like over here I have an A square which is equals to this whole term I have sent it to right hand side, then it becomes 3A plus 10I, which I represented as equation 1. Then after this it's very easy to find A power 5. Simply what you have to do, you have to just multiply repeatedly with A until you get the power of A as 5, right? So what I just did over here is like pre-multiplying A on both the sides. What I did over here, that A into A square will give you A cube, right? And obviously on the right hand side also I have to multiply with A. So this will give you 3 into A. 3A into A is nothing but 3A square, and any matrix into identity matrix is nothing but an any matrix. So that will give you an 10A. So this is an equation 2. And after this, if you want to simplify, then you just have to replace A square. Means you have to substitute the value of A square from equation 1. You have to substitute in equation 2. So what I just did over here, substituting A square in equation 2. A cube is equals to 3 into 3A plus 10I, which is a value of A square, plus 10A as it is in equation 2. So after simplifying this, I got this particular value. Then I represent that as equation 3. Then it's the same repeated step that I am multiplying with A until I should get A power 5. So as you can see, after multiplying I got A power 4, then again multiplying with A I got A power 5. Then finally this is an equation what I got over here, which is nothing but A power 5 is equals to 451A plus 870I, right? So this is the value of that particular matrix at A power 5. Okay, so I hope you got these two things, how to find highest power of a matrix and inverse of a matrix. So now let us see that how questions will appear from Cayley-Hamilton in the GATE exam. So these are the two examples which appears in electrical and ECE 2012 and EEE 2007. This I have chosen because these examples are a bit easy for these examples are a bit easy to even understand and to even solve from your end. So for ECE 2012 they have asked, given that A is equals to -5, -3, 2, 0 and I equal to 1, 0, 0, 1, then the value of A cube is, right? So first what we have to do in this question, first we have to find the value of A power cube by just simply multiplying A into A, repeated multiplication of A matrix. So once you got the A cube matrix, so that you have to compare with any of these 4 options. Okay, any of these 4 options. So whatever answer you got, that will be your answer for this question, which appears in ECE 2012. And the next is 2007 EEE. So Cayley-Hamilton theorem states that the square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. Consider a matrix A equals to -3, -1, 2 and 0. So it should satisfy some of this relation. It's again simple, it's again very simple, like you have to find identity matrix is nothing but 1 0 0 1, and A inverse first you have to find by using this particular matrix. You have to find A inverse. Okay, if you are choosing this option, right, then then after that A plus 3i plus 2A inverse, if it is equals to 0, then that is your first option. So that's an end for today's video. Hope you like this video. If you like so, then do hit like, share, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and press the bell icon to receive the latest notification of my videos. And if you have any doubts or any suggestions or any comments, then you can use my comment box. Okay, then goodbye. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Bye bye.